Professor. There's something you must come see immediately.
Slow down. Tell me everything, slowly and clearly.
Professor, we have found
Take a breath.
an entrance into the mountain.
An entrance into the mountain?
Yes, Professor. Exactly where the findings we discovered indicated. Incredibly, we were able to decipher the coordinates. It was not easy, I can tell you.
When was this discovered?
Yesterday morning, Professor. The radio was unusable from there due to the strange magnetism present. I immediately set out to inform you.
Where is it located precisely?
Precisely on the northeast side of the cliff. Unfortunately, it is covered by a thick layer of ice, probably formed over centuries, if not millennia. Inlays are visible. Their shapes are not natural. We are facing an unprecedented discovery.
Give me a summary of the discovery.
The frozen findings discovered near the camp, with an advanced coordinate system. They led to a specific place on the side of the gigantic hill. There we discovered an entrance, completely frozen over, but not of natural formation. The radio does not work due to the strange magnetic field in the area. So, I left immediately to inform you.
What an incredible find! Prepare for immediate departure.
Certainly, Professor. I'll get the sleds ready.
And Johnson?
Yes, Professor?
Pack dynamite. Lots of dynamite.
As good as done.
I'm beside myself with excitement. The work of a lifetime. Could it be one of those legendary civilizations like Atlantis or Mu? Speculation is pointless. I cannot wait to admire it firsthand.
All is ready, Professor. To you goes the honor.
Gentlemen, here, today, we make history. In this remote place, at the edge of the world, we, with me to guide you, have made the most sensational discovery ever recorded in the annals of history. Signs of intelligent life in a place no human has ever set foot before. This will be spoken of for eons to come, and it will radically change everything we thought we knew. Forever.
Professor, everything you requested is ready.
Thank you, Danforth. It needs the detonator. Exactly what I need. I've done it. Everything needed to make the detonator is contained inside. All that remains is to collect them and mount the charge. Perfect. Now all that's left is to make that dynamite do its thing. Everything is in place. Stay back. We did it! Let's go inside to check. Atwood! Danforth! Dyer! Organize the equipment, gather the men, tie up the dogs, and follow me. I still can't believe what we have discovered.
Professor,
Such
wait for
magnificence.
us.
Bring the torches. You can't see a thing in here. What do we have here? We need lights. Oh my God, what's in these frozen alcoves? Come see! Gentlemen, within this ice lie organic forms unlike anything we've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
What a sensational discovery!
Hell,
It will not be easy to pierce that layer of ice. Right, Professor?
not at all, Daya.
Professor,
Yes, Atwood.
do you know Peabody from the engineering department?
Yes, I think I remember him.
He was working on a new type of drill that would do just that for us.
True. The whole campus was talking about it just before we left.
Great. We have to go back to camp to contact the university. The radios don't work here. One more thing we need to figure out. Remain here and keep updating the findings. We'll meet back there later.
Hey, what's this here?
What?
There's something stuck in the ice. Help me get it out. This could be worth a fortune.
You know that everything recovered from an excavation must be handed over to the professor.
Really? And what if I told you that I know someone who will buy it, and you'll never have to work again for the rest of your life?
Sounds tempting.
Let's see what it is first.
The unnatural silence, devoid of life, only the sound of the sea. Lone hadn't heard anything else for days. He felt no pain, but he could not stand. He could only crawl. At least now he could do that, and felt slightly stronger. But where to go? That was the problem. How would he escape from that hellish town? Innsmouth.
I'm still alive.
Where to start? Well, it's not exactly easy for me to tell you everything I've been through. There's a turn of phrase that has stuck with me over the years. I read it in one of those collections of fantastical stories that are so popular these days. The author says something about the sea of ignorance in which we all swim, and he is dead on. How I would love to have drowned in that sea, and to have continued my life as if nothing else mattered. Maybe I could have died happy, or at least at peace, but I digress. This all began for me with a call from a certain Armitage of Arkham's Miskatonic University. His brother had gone missing, and all the clues led to a remote coastal town, Innsmouth. Yes, I found Armitage's missing brother. That he was already gone, and from a violent death, chained to the wall of the labyrinthian caves beneath the town. The sole survivor I met was a fellow missionary priest. still alive. The fools. They were crazy enough to believe that they could freely preach their religion in Innsmouth. The priest told me a story I dismissed as mere invention at first. A tiara holding the power to awaken unclean creatures from the fringe of imagination. But in the end, I came to believe his tale. I recovered that unholy relic. There, a shapeless mass, a horror beyond description, surged forth and attacked us. The priest managed to get away. I was not quite so lucky. However, here I stand, able to tell you all of this, and it's from this point on that I want you to hear my story. What the hell? But what? That insane creature grabbed me. After that, I remember nothing. I have to get out of this godforsaken town. At least I'm still in one piece. Smoking disgusts me now. Perhaps that's at least one positive outcome from all this. Anyway, I never learned how to swim. I'd rather die right here than go back in there. Looks like a plank from a broken crate. I'd say, knowing what goes on around here, that the crate was most likely thrown overboard in the scramble to avoid official scrutiny. An idea is forming in my mind about how to get myself over to the other side. I can't carry two. Let's give this a try. I can't carry two at the same time. I can't carry... Now I can get it. It looks quite sturdy. I can't carry... Now I can get... I can't carry... Some strong-looking reeds. Could come in handy. I can use them to tie the planks together. This should work.
Hey, you! Come over here. Stay out of sight.
Shush. Don't make the slightest sound, please.
Rest at ease. You're lucky you ran into me first. I'm the only one in town you can trust.
I just want to get out of here.
To the northeast, you will find an old abandoned railway that leads out of town. And now I'll go distract them for you. You get to move on, and keep your head down.
Thank you. I hope I can somehow repay you one day.
A good bottle of whiskey is never unwelcome. Speaking of which... Well, Do you have any whiskey for the good Zadok?
Shut up, old man.
Why do we even let this smelly old tramp camp out in our town?
So, about that whiskey. Or would you like me to blab some of your secrets to the guy who works in the drugstore?
After him.
Sure.
I gotta get out of here.
He traveled in seclusion out of fear that they were following him. He managed to get back home, to his Arkham. He couldn't, however, rid himself of the sense of dread he had brought back with him.
I've dragged my sorry self back home. Now comes the difficult part. But first, I must grab some shut-eye and a change of clothes.
Underling number 7, report.
Master.
I hear you have some news of interest for me.
Yes, Master. Sadly, I must report that the Marshes have failed to keep the tiara in our possession for the upcoming ritual.
Very unfortunate. You just can't trust those damn fishmen. But we will remedy that. Continue.
Yes, Master. One of our Innsmouth affiliates reported something extraordinary. Some private investigator was attacked by the unspeakable creature that dwells in the labyrinth of tunnels, yet somehow survived.
What? Nobody has ever survived a Shoggoth. Track him down.
I gotta inform Armitage of his brother's ugly end. Maybe I will also tell him something about the strange tiara, and about Elliot running off with it. Perhaps his contacts can look into all that further. It could actually be dangerous, but who could even tell after all I've been through? Surely they don't lack for weirdness in that town. I gotta call Armitage first. Armitage?
Lone, you're back? Finally. I've been waiting on news from you for weeks. I was beside myself with worry.
Weeks?
Yes. 33 days to be precise. But enough with the prattling. Have you found my brother?
I'd rather talk about it in person. When can I meet you at Miskatonic?
Immediately.
I'll see you shortly then.
Lone Carter.
Yes?
Go on in. Armitage is waiting for you.
Thanks.
Go on in.
Thanks. Armitage?
Lone, please come in. Sorry, I was just wandering around studying some texts. You look well.
I have some bad news for you.
Go on.
Your brother didn't make it. I'm sorry.
How did it happen?
I'm not sure you want to know the details right now.
It's what I paid you for.
I found him in the tunnels that run under Innsmouth. I didn't make it in time.
Who did this? Who?
It seems the laws of civilized society mean nothing in Innsmouth. Apparently your brother and Elliot stuck their noses somewhere they shouldn't have.
This Elliot you speak of was dead too?
No, he was still alive when I got there. We both escaped with our lives by a hair. An impossible creature attacked us. I still have no idea how I managed to survive intact. Unfortunately, I don't know where Elliot ended up.
I'll need a few days to make some inquiries. I will get back to you soon. In the meantime, try getting in touch with one of my contacts, a man by the name of William Blanco. He writes for those cheap pulp magazines, but is also an expert on the occult. He often comes by here. He simply devours the rare texts that only we possess. Sadly, I do not know his address or even a telephone number, but I'm sure for a detective of your reputation, finding him will be but a trivial matter. Discuss with him everything you have discovered, and I'm sure he will get back to me.
I'll see you later then, I guess. Mailman must have been by while I was out. Strange. I was gone for more than a month and there was no mail waiting. And then the moment I'm home, here some is. Lone, I've been trying to get in touch with you for days. I absolutely need you to look into a case I'm working on. Come as soon as you can to the crime scene on Walton Street. A. Logan. Alan. Haven't heard from him in ages. If he needs me, I'm only too happy to help him out.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Wait! Lone, my dear friend!
Alan, I came as soon as I got your letter.
What letter?
This one.
I didn't send you any letter. I would have just called you up on the telephone. You're one of the few who own such a device of the devil.
Witty as always, I see. Someone knew about this case you're on and saw fit to involve me in it. I wonder who it could be.
Well, since you're here anyway, you might as well give us a hand. Just like old times. I slaved like a dog, and you occasionally had a flash of brilliance and solved the case outright.
All the while you were busy scarfing down donuts. Such excesses of sugar intake can block one's higher reasoning faculties, you know?
Same old Lone.
Ritual homicide?
Bud, fill my friend in on this whole gruesome affair.
Certainly, Captain. The landlady called the station this morning to report that she had found Mr. Gillum hanging, mutilated, here in his room, with Sarah Rupert disemboweled in the bed.
Did the lady in question have access to the victim's room?
That has yet to be established.
I spoke with her earlier. Apparently she found the door ajar. I doubt she was lying, given the state of shock she was in. It's unlikely she has the stomach for such a macabre act. We had to call an ambulance to tend to her. She was fainting at my feet.
The corpses were gutted. Liver and pancreas of both have been removed. And even more disgustingly, his eyes and mouth have been stitched shut, besides the fact that his lower half is still yet to be found. Records show that the girl over there, Sarah Rupert, did not reside here. It's possible they were dating and she was merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. The victim was a student of parapsychology at Miskatonic University, originally from Haverhill. He lived here to take advantage of the low-rent neighborhood. Probably couldn't afford a room on the university campus.
Difficult for such a person to make mortal enemies. He was most likely just easy prey for our killer due to his withdrawn lifestyle.
We will investigate his acquaintances more thoroughly. In the meantime, feel free to take a look around, but don't touch anything.
I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. Surgical work. The internal organs have been removed. What kind of maniac would do this? Sarah Rupert. Poor girl. The victim's blood was collected in this basin. Weird residue lay around it, almost like someone drank from it. Horrible. Who could do such a thing? An old-fashioned cop. My old friend Alan. Quite meager. There are also some crumbs on it. It probably doubled as his dining table.
Lone, please don't touch. The crime scene photographer is on his way.
Sure. A blank piece of paper.
Good morning. How can I serve you?
I live next door. Did the mail already come today?
Nope. No delivery yet.
Thanks. Name's Lone Carter.
Yeah, I've seen you around, but I haven't bumped into you for a while. You look like one of those investigators from the novels.
Well, without quite as much work, sadly.
Nice to meet you. I'm Calvin. I run this shop. It was founded by my grandfather, Melvin, hence the name.
Nice to meet you, pal. Maybe you can help me out. I'm looking for one of those rags that publishes them hack horror stories.
Something like Weird Tales?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm afraid we're out of stock.
Damn it. It's all right, Lone. It's all right. Do you know of anyone else who sells it locally?
We are the exclusive dealers. Maybe you could find someone in Boston.
I ain't going all the way to Boston just to buy some rag.
I can tell this is important to you. Maybe I can help you out.
Really? Thanks.
Slow down now, slow down. I happen to collect those magazines.
Great. Can you tell me the publisher's name then, please?
There's just one slight problem. In order to keep them pristine, I do not allow even myself to open them. That could damage them.
Why even buy them?
You could never understand the heart of a collector.
What do you want for just a sneak peek?
Do you work in this building?
Yeah, I even live in it, to be honest. What's that got to do with anything?
Perfect. In order to give you the information you're after, I will need you to do something for me first.
Well, ain't you just a smarmy little bastard?
Tread lightly, Lone. It's either this or a trip to Boston for you. Or you can wander around the city asking everyone if they know who publishes Weird Tales.
I could just go to the patent office and ask who registered the title.
You surely could. But the bureaucracy is notoriously slow. Who knows which dusty shelf this one vital piece of information sits on? But I feel you have a certain urgency, And the favor I ask shouldn't occupy you for too long.
Well, get on with it. I might just put some lead in his head. Lone, deep breaths. Dr. Ivory says I need to learn to control my anger.
Do you know Foreman?
Yep. He lives on the same floor as me.
Great! That bastard's been boasting around about having a better collection than mine, which is obviously impossible.
Oh, my breaking heart.
Anyway, I always end up second best at our club meetings. Now, each of us has a list with every item in our collection pinpointed down to the iota. I need you to find Foreman's list, Carter, so I can expose how lacking it is in front of everyone.
Are you aware that breaking and entering is a serious crime?
Of course, but you seem the kind of man who might find small detours from common ethics.
I'll see what I can do. A long and thin object. It will probably end up being of some use eventually. Well, more so than merely as a broom anyway. I could always put it back together if need be. A spare set of lockpicks. A good find. I lost my last pair in Innsmouth. This could come in handy. Nothing of worth. There's some chemistry equipment in here. Served me well in the Kroichak case. This could come in handy. There's nothing else I need in there. Behind this board is a hole that looks directly into the neighbor's room. It seems that not plugging it turned out to be the best choice after all. Bless my laziness. That seems to be what I'm looking for. I can see Foreman's desk from here. Over there is the list I need. I can't get there. I'll have to come up with something else. It's long enough to reach the list, but it has no way to grab it. What luck. A perfect fit. Seems to be charged with static electricity now. Bingo. Now to take the list to Calvin.
Hello, Mr. Carter. Where are we with the list?
Here's your good-for-nothing list.
Outstanding! Thank you very much.
The name of the publisher. Now.
Sure. Don't get flustered. Durlifson Press.
Good. Is a telephone number mentioned at all?
005672.
Perfect. As I see things, you still owe me a favor.
That wasn't the deal.
As you saw, I'm very good at small detours from common ethics. Perhaps I could even take some scissors to that little collection of yours and make it a bit larger, piece by piece.
I do still owe you a favor.
Well said, and don't you forget it.
Durlithson Press. Good morning. How can I help you?
I'm after some information.
Go on, sir.
I need the address of one of your collaborators, William Blanco.
We cannot disclose private details.
Please, it's very important. I'm John Smith, tax agent.
Oh, God. Taxes. Go on.
You sound nervous. Calm down.
No, is that... really...
Calm down, miss.
I'm calm.
You're all going to jail. We'll make sure you all end up in the slammer. Give me the address, now.
I'd be fired if I...
You won't be fired. You'll be promoted. You will have saved your company so much trouble.
Okay, hold for a moment, please.
Hope it works out.
Here's the address. 27 Pickman Avenue. Good day.
Good day to you.
My poor brother. I can't stop thinking about him. Maybe if I just go home for the night and take some time to reflect on all this. But what?
Fortunately, he never had time to turn around before all life left his body. A masterpiece, if I do say so myself. I wonder if Howard has the time to take a look at it. Coming. Come in.
Hi there. I'm Lone Carter, private investigator.
Pleasure to meet you, Lone. How did you find me?
Dr. Armitage told me how to get in touch with you. He said you could shed some light on certain things that have happened to me.
That depends. What are we talking about? But please, go on. And call me William.
Okay, William. I was hired by Armitage himself.
I see. Come in. Don't just stand there in the doorway.
So, bunch of really bizarre stuff went down in Innsmouth. But there's one last thing I just can't come to grips with.
Go on.
I was attacked by a seething mass with thousands of eyes and teeth.
A Shoggoth? So it's all true. They actually exist.
Tone down the enthusiasm, please. It wasn't exactly a party on my end.
I'm sorry. I'm a scholar of the occult, and any information, however horrible for most, arouses my curiosity. Go on, please.
I remember waking up, barely alive, missing an arm and a leg. Then I passed out. When I woke up, I felt perfectly fine and my missing limbs were back.
Amazing. Lone, I wish to perform a small experiment on you. Will you permit me?
Ow! What the hell was that for?
I'm testing a theory, which is confirmed, it seems. Look at your arm.
It's already healed, without even a scar.
You must have escaped the embrace of that unearthly creature by mere chance. It was literally consuming you, but apparently some of its cells invaded your body, and they now seem to repair any physical damage you take. I don't know what the long-term implications are, but for now, it seems you're practically immortal. Amazing.
I might not know much, but this seems unlikely to end well. Is there anything you can do to help me?
Perhaps, yes. But do you really want me to? With such power, you could make a real difference.
I'm not interested in being some kind of hero. Besides, we have no idea how this thing might further evolve. If I were to turn into one of those things here in the city...
You've actually got a point. Lone, do you know Professor Wilmarth?
Yes. He hired me for an extremely strange case. And not as strange as all this.
Talking to him could prove valuable indeed. His knowledge in this field is vast.
Sounds like a plan. How can we get in touch with him?
I have his address. I'll write him a letter explaining the situation, with your permission, of course.
Good.
Let's meet at Miskatonic with Armitage in 3 days' time.
Good day, William. I really gotta go grab some shut-eye. Then I'll have a think about who left this letter for me. Returning to the crime scene might be a good idea. Hopefully I can investigate unimpeded next time.
Damn small-time detective. I hope I won't regret asking for help from that miserable creature.
Come in.
See you later.
See you later.
Lone Carter, how may I be of assistance?
I'm here to see Armitage.
He is not here. I do not know when he will be back.
Thanks anyway.
Mr. Carter, I'm sorry I can't let you in without Armitage's permission.
You're right. Excuse me. The gardener's toolbox. I can't open it. It's locked. You still got it, Lone. Although, the lockpicks broke. There's a shovel in here. I'll grab it. Perfect. There's a pen here as well. I'll just grab them both. I can't close that. It's stuck. I can't close that. There. Now it should work properly. What's that thing? A weird symbol, visible only in the dark, drawn with who knows what. And more to the point, who knows what it means. I can't take it. It's drawn on the door. Yeah, I should be able to jot it down this way, for whatever that's worth. I wonder if William has seen anything like it before.
Come in, Lone.
William, I'd like to ask you about something.
Sure.
I'm helping a friend out with a case. It looks like a ritual murder. I copied this symbol from the door there.
Interesting. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
So you recognize it?
Yes, but it shouldn't be there.
Tell me everything you know about it.
Sit, Lone. I'll recount a story for you. You'll probably have some trouble believing it.
Given what I've gone through, I highly doubt that.
I am a student of the occult, as you may have heard. What I'm about to tell you, however, does not come from mere book study. As you may know, Arkham, much like Salem, is a city of mysteries. Here, over the centuries, many have acted in ways that I would describe as interesting. We don't have to delve that far back into antiquity, though.
I've lived here all my life, but I've never heard of any obscure ancient claptrap.
Well, that's only to be expected, Lone. The people involved in all this keep as low a profile as possible. I only learned of it because my old Miskatonic colleague, Daniel Upton, had the misfortune of getting caught up in the whole affair.
I see.
He asked for my help, but his request arrived too late. I received this telegram from him.
William, I need your help. Stop. I have confirmed that dissidents exist. Stop. I have found one. Stop. Ephraim waits. Stop. Dissidents.
Lone, I must impress upon you that Daniel and I, through our studies, came across this term more than once. There seems to be an extensive organization operating in the shadows and harboring secret knowledge, to which only its members have access. That symbol belongs to the late Ephraim Waite. That is what I managed to learn from the only comprehensible mutterings from what once had been my dear friend, Daniel Upton.
What happened to Upton?
As I told you, I didn't make it in time. All I know is that he went mad and killed a friend of his. I don't know who that friend was. We had been out of touch for some time. He is now locked up in an asylum, but is no longer the Daniel I once knew.
What else can you tell me about Ephraim Waite?
He must have been a very powerful magician if he was actually affiliated with these dissidents. My subsequent research led nowhere. This led me to think that my friend's mental health was indeed compromised. Until now. Then you showed me that symbol.
But why involve me? I have to look into this further. It would be best to gather information about this Waite person. The Municipal Archive would be a good starting point. A friend of mine manages it. Can I meet him?
If you want to try, go ahead. I'll contact the clinic and ask them to let you in. The nurse and I go way back. We are well acquainted, if you catch my drift.
I caught it, William. See you later, William.
See you later. I wish I could go with you, but I have a pressing deadline bearing down on me.
Don't worry. I can handle things for now.
Halt! Take him down! What the hell is going on?
Leave me alone. The sea calls me.
Come on, back to his room with him.
Hey, don't hurt him!
Mind your business.
Help! The sea!
Hey!
Excuse me, sir.
What? You treat all your patients this way?
Everyone is well cared for here. Patients try to break out now and then.
Yeah, right. Name's Lone Carter. I'm expected.
Let me just look you up. Ah, here you are. You are cleared to enter.
Who was that man?
Oh, he's always trying to get out. I heard he's from Innsmouth. Always raving about getting back to the sea. There's no sea around here. I guess in his mind, he's still in that godforsaken town.
Innsmouth, you say? What do you know about Innsmouth?
I know my brother-in-law lost his job for refusing to make deliveries there, and he was a hard worker. Now, he and my sister can't even make ends meet, what with their 3 children and all.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that. Thanks a lot. Good job. I hope everything turns out okay for your brother-in-law.